Where the alligators crawl in the swampland, we ain't worried about no law. You can find me in the woods with my dogs under pine trees in the land of the lost.
I've been drinking on this whiskey, got my head up in the clouds, and if this world keep fucking with me, I ain't never coming down. So fuck this mask and all this trash that y'all keep trying to spread around. Tip your glass or kiss my ass, but I ain't dealing with you clowns.
Bless them all, the land of the lost. God bless them all, the land of the lost. I was raised in the country, and I paid all my dues. I was made in the country, and I won't change just for you. The place I call my home is deep out in the woods. If you don't belong, you better keep up out these woods. Like my trucks are loud and my car's real fast, and I love the sound of a shotgun blast. Come around acting all big and bad, then Mr. Postman, that's gonna be your ass. Now I pray to the Lord above, trouble stays a hell away from us. But just in case one day it comes, I'm not afraid, I got 'em loaded up. It's in my blood, it's in my roots, I keep it real down to my boots. And they hate to see me winning, cause they say I'm born to lose. Might be true, but I ain't losing, I ain't making no excuses. In the land of the lost, you gotta keep it moving. On them back roads where the alligators crawl in the swampland, we ain't worried about no law. You can find me in the woods with my dogs under pine trees in the land of the lost.
I've been drinking on this whiskey, got my head up in the clouds, and if this world keep fucking with me, I ain't never coming down. So fuck this mask and all this trash that y'all keep trying to spread around. Tip your glass or kiss my ass, but I ain't dealing with you clowns.
Bless them all, the land of the lost. God bless them all,
Come on.
the land of the lost.
New breed. It was backwoods and fishing holes, wild hogs and tadpoles. It was bobcats and backhoes who were haul ass on these back roads. A bunch of assholes and country hicks, outlaws and lunatics. They would chew tobacco, smoke cigarettes, and the breath smelled like old Milwaukee's best. Back then, no one even ever heard of meth, but nowadays everybody wanna flirt with death. You better hurry up the guy for the ones that's left. But between me and you, it's a hell of a mess. I mean, drive through the country, take a look around, y'all. You can smell the meth cooking like a fucking hound dog. And I put too many of my friends in the ground, or they locked in the pen and they ain't never coming out. Then the pills came and shit for real changed. Childhood just don't feel the same. Daddy strung out and we got bills to pay, so we caught a case and got locked away. Back in the day, it was different times. I guess I came up in the nick of time, cause I still seen hell and been victimized. But I'ma get what's mine, cause I'm a different kind. I'm wild awake.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly waved at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
Good evening, race fans. Welcome to the Bluegrass Cup Series, round number 1 of the playoffs here in New Hampshire. BJ, qualifieds on the board. Tell us what's going to go on tonight.
Got 151 laps of the Cup Series here tonight. 2 stage breaks, 3 total stages. First stage break going to be at the end of lap 25. Once the leader crosses the line on lap 25, the first stage will end. Lap number 50 will be the end of the second stage. Once the leader crosses start-finish line at the end of lap number 50, that will end the second stage. Round 1 of the playoffs here tonight, though. We have Alex Huffman, Cedric Hunter tied for the points lead going into tonight. Right behind them on their heels, got Gabriel Ellis and then Mikey Neal Jr., Brandon Holder, the top 5. Scott Fritz, Matt Grenier tied for 6th. Jonathan Cogswell, David Farmer, Doug Newbigging, your top 10. Ryan Campbell, Mo Abbott, Frankie Barroso, Jason Bridges, Brian Terry, Brandon Zimmerman will round out your playoff field going into tonight.
All right, as Cedric Hunter taking top of the charts with a 30.53. Cogswell right now in second. Iverson in third. Right now you see Jason Bridges. Jason from Houston right there in a 34 car. And right behind there's Jonathan Cogswell from Plainfield. He's currently second right now on the time charts. Let's look at Bridges when he crosses the start-finish line. Well, actually, he's taking a green flag. Also on the track, you saw Mikey Neal Jr. and Scott Fritz on the track. There is Scott Fritz from Leonardtown, and there is Mikey Neal Jr. in the 8 machine. David Farmer gracing us with his presence tonight, so he's making his way off of pit road down the back straightaway in that 84 machine from Bowling Green, Kentucky. I swear these hometowns change weekly. Let's just say him. Look at Jason Bridges. He's going to second quick with Cedric Hunter still on top of the charts. There is David Farmer into 84 right there, and Scott Fritz. The only 2 drivers on the track right now making the qualifying lap. I take that back. There's Tony Iverson. Tony's, Nevada, Fernley, Nevada. It's been the same all season. That I do know. But Fritz goes to the 4th quick on the board. And you got to know that going into tonight, the 71, he's one of the favorites to win the championship this season. Can he hold it off? Can he do it? As he's trying to go for the win tonight.
And Cedric Hunter's been very, very strong all season long. Now it's crunch time. It's time to get a move on. And he's already sitting quick time, doing exactly what he needs to do, setting the momentum early. Out on track right now, we've got Brandon Holder from Mammoth Springs, Arkansas. See where he can time in our top 5 right now. Cedric Hunter, David Farmer, Jason Bridges, Scott Fritz, and Jonathan Cogswell.
Still left to qualify be Ryan Campbell, Frankie Barroso, Matt Grenier, Brian Terry, Doug Neal, Brandon Zimmerman, Gabriel Ellison, and Alex Huffman. Look at Holder going 3rd quick in that 31 machine for his first lap down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 there. He's running that middle to upper line. Out of turn number 4. Let's see what a second lap can do. He goes quick time. Brandon Holder from Mammoth Springs, Arkansas with a 30.46. Next on track, in car number 2. From Morganfield, Kentucky, Alex Huffman. Oh, he got loose off of 4. That's going to hurt right there.
Tried to lock him up and stop before he hit the start-finish line. He's now forfeited his first lap entirely. If he could have got a stop before he crossed start-finish line, it'd have been a fresh start on the reset. Now sits on the end of pit road deciding on best course of action here.
Well, isn't that kind of neat? You have the 4 on the car and the 2.
Yeah, it's somebody forgot to remove the spec map.
Well, one lap he could be number 2, and one lap he could be number 4. It just depends on what side of the door you're looking at.
And where the light is.
Right. Alex Huffman has 1 lap to make a time because he hit the outside wall out of turn number 4. Into turn number 3 there. Out of 4, good exit out 4 this time. Let's see where he qualifies it at. 4th quick. So your top 5 right now is Hunter, Farmer, Huffman, and Bridges. Your top 5.
I've been showing a lot of difficulties here on this track, and that's one thing I really expect to see a lot. The way that these cars drive compared to what we've already seen here this week is complete world of difference. A lot more difficult to save as well, so I expect to see several cautions with cars coming off the corner. Right now, Alex Huffman, only car on track, currently taking the time to get some practice in. Track might not look it when you first look at it, but it is an extremely technical track. Very difficult to drive, flat for the most part all the way around. Not a lot of banking to hold those cars in position. Out on track now to try to get a time in. We've got the Miami Shores, Florida, Frankie Barroso in the 12 machine.
Is he will come out turn number 4 and take that green flag. Frankie Barroso's had an up and down year this season. He's been in the very back for some races and up front for some. I mean, you would say he's mediocre. Hoping to turn the end of this season around here at New Hampshire.
As up and down as his season has been, he's been fairly consistent, even in his downsides. So it's allowed him to make his way into the playoffs. He's not completely out of contention yet.
The Roasted Jim's Coffee, car number 7, Doug Newbegin. Doug Newbegin in car number 7. Out on the track. He goes second quick in that number 7 machine. As he heads down the back straightaway.
Frankie Barroso moves into 5th position with his 2nd lap. Newbegin will remain in 2nd.
Taking the white flag is Gabriel Ellison, that 77 machine there. He's currently 5th quick. Gabriel Ellison. He showed some strength throughout the season. Also on track into number 15. It's Matt Grenier. Matt Grenier in car number 15. As Gabriel Ellison coming down to take the checker flag for his qualified. Let's see if he improves. He does. He moves up to 3rd. Matt Grenier 9th quick on the board. Number 15 machine. Your top 5 looking like this. Holder, Newbegin, Ellison, Hunter, Farmer. Your top 5. Matt Grenier does improve 1 spot. He moves up to the 8th position. 18 seconds left on the board. Ryan Campbell, Brian Terry, Brandon Zimmerman, and Bo Abbott will not qualify. They'll start in the back of tonight's race. All righty. Qualifying over. Here's tonight's Bluegrass Cup Series starting lineup, and on the pole, in the glove box Motorsports car number 31, it's Brandon Holder, and to his outside at car number 7 is Doug Newbegin.
Inside row number 2, the 77 of Gabriel Ellison. To his outside the Category 5 Heat Sports Lucky Ducks, number 71, Cedric Hunter.
Row number 3 to the inside, and the car number 84 is David Farmer. To his outside, the Texas Family Racing car number 12 is Frankie Barroso.
Row number 4 on the inside from Elite Motorsports is the 2 machine of Alex Huffman. To his outside from Team New England is the 15 of Matt Grenier.
And on your 5th row inside from the high side, Hustler Motorsports car number 34 is Jason Bridges. And to his outside, in the Team Barry Motorsports car number 1, Scott Fritz.
Row number 6 on the inside out of Indiana is the 27 from Lucky Ducks is Jonathan Cogswell. To his outside, Team Syndicate number 8, Mikey Neal Jr.
In row number 7, to the inside, to the high side, Hustler Motorsports car number 72 is Tony Iverson. And to the south side of the Fox Motorsports, number 80, Ryan Campbell.
Lucky Ducks number 20, Brandon Zimmerman, the inside of row number 8. To his outside, the Color Teal Racing number 48, Mo Abbott. And rounding out the field is the 13 of Brian Perry.
This is your starting lineup for the Bluegrass Cup Series. 51 laps on the board. Stage break, I believe, BJ, you said it was on lap number 25.
That's what's up.
Traffic got lap number 25 and then lap number 50. So we go back green. We'll have right about 95 to the end of the race. Just gets a little bit longer each time they run. Actually, no, it doesn't. Because by the time they go green after the first stage, they'll have right about 20 laps. So the second stage being the shortest.
Brandon, the field's in the hands of Brandon Holder. The outside pole sitter, number 7, Doug Newbegin there. The pace car looking to make that right-hand turn. He does. Brandon Holder bringing the field to the green flag. Wait for Barney to wave it, and he does. And we're racing here in New Hampshire for the Cup Series. As we head into turn number 1, a dead heat in the number 1 with Newbegin edging out on the outside in the middle of 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2. Here comes Holder battling back down the back straightaway. Side by side racing for the race lead going into turn number 3. Doug Newbegin, he will edge out just a tad bit into turn number 3. But that allows the 31 to pull up alongside him as they exit turn number 4. Look at this, is 71 and Cedric Hunter. He looked there for a moment. He was going to cross them all, but he thought better of it. But give it to Doug Newbegin, leading lap number 1 here at New Hampshire.
As Cedric Hunter sitting there on the second car on the inside, looking very, very thirsty for a win on that one. Wanting to get forward as fast as he can. Doug Newbegin with a little bit of a bobble off turn 2. It looks like there slides back, now under attack from Cedric Hunter for that second spot. Brandon Holder now clear, maintaining the lead. Top 3 now single file it out down the front straightaway. Battle going on for 4th and 5th right behind Newbegin. That's Gabriel Ellison and David Farmer.
As he says, David Farmer and Ellison battling side by side. Doug Newbegin under attack after leading the first lap. Frankie Barroso there on the right-hand side of that machine as he pulls alongside him in turns 3, coming out of turn number 4. Looks like some of these cars, you can put them anywhere, but the outside line's really good on exits. The inside line's good on entry. Right now, Brandon Holder continues to lead with Cedric Hunter and Doug Newbegin, your top 3.
Yeah, one thing that we've seen all week along, that outside line seems to dominate early on, especially on the more fresh tires. here in this one here, though, the inside line was the one to prevail on the initial start of the race. Perfect start by both the front two drivers. Ooh, and Cedric Hunter up into the wall. It slows him down. He's going to fall back into fourth. New Bigging takes over second. Barroso falling right along with him.
As you see right there, there's Huffman down to the inside of the 71 of Hunter. Huffman and Hunter side by side. That's the battle going on for fourth and fifth on the track. The 84, David Farmer, currently in the sixth position. Ellison in seventh. Matt Grenier at 8. Scott Fritz and Jason Bridges rounds out your top 10 here in New Hampshire. As Brandon Holder is out front and starting to pull away from Doug Newbegin.
The top four now single filed out. Still a battle going on for fifth with Farmer alongside of Cedric Hunter. Cedric Hunter with the position down the back straightaway. Inside is going to prevail on entry of the turn once again. Give it back to David Farmer. We'll see who has the momentum off the corner. Farmer slides up. He's going to have fifth secured. Everybody in the field now starting to single file out a little bit more. Cedric Hunter, though, still struggling after that contact to the outside wall. He's allowing Ellison, his teammate, to the inside.
Out to number 2 down the back straightaway. Ellison will fall right behind Hunter. There's Matt Grenier to 15 and Scott Fritz in that one machine. Tony Iverson out of the race. There's Mo Abbott currently running 16th off the pace here. And there's Brandon Zimmerman in that 20 machine. He's off pace. In the 15, that Roosted Jim's coffee machine. There's Brian Terry currently running a 14th. And Mikey Dill Jr. there in the 8, currently running 13th. But let's go back up front. Your race leader from Mammoth Springs, Arkansas, Brandon Holder, try to put on a clinic here in the early stages here in New Hampshire. There's Doug Newbegin trying to battle back. We got caution on track for Brian Terry. There's Brian Terry. I mean, he's off pace. And he loops it by himself.
Loops it on around. Here comes Brandon Zimmerman by him. I believe that was Zimmerman in the 20 machine. That is what actually caused the caution, was when Brandon Zimmerman came by. But our top 5 now with the first caution of the race here on lap number 9. We got Brandon Holder leading the way in number 31. Doug Newbegin in second. Frankie Barroso third. Alex Huffman fourth. And David Farmer in fifth.
Well, Barroso there kind of fakes it. So does Cedric Hunter coming down pit road. Nobody will take the bait and pit here. As we're under our first caution of the night for Brian Terry. Spun all by his lonesome. Got kind of lonely there. Wanted to catch back up to the field.
I understand that one.
Yeah. Doug Newbegin started that second spot at the start of the race. Still in second, they led the first lap. Lights are still on the pace vehicle. Lights should go out this time on the pace car. Letting loose out of turf number 4 next time. Bye. Let's see if it does. Not. So we'll go another lap.
Waiting. Good.
I was going to say Brian Terry and Mo Abbott down to pit road. Tony Iverson out of tonight's race. You see Alex Huffman to car number 2 with the 4 on the side of the door. On top of the two? Or underneath it? It's something.
It's there.
It's there. All right, lights are out. Go let them loose out of turn number 4 as they're getting racked and stacked. Going into turn number 1 there. Out turn number 2, down the back straight away. See Mo Abbott catching up to the back of the field. The pace car looking to make that left-hand turn. Fields in the hands of Brandon Holder as he heads to the Geico restart zone. Green flags in there. Good start for Brandon Holder. Frankie Barossa to the inside of Doug Newbegin as they go into turn number 1. Turn number 1, they're side by side, giving to Frankie Barossa the second spot. As Doug Newbegin falls back to third. Now he's under attack by Alex Huffman to the inside. They're side by side. Out turn number 2, down the back straightaway. This is the battle for third on the track. As Newbegin there, he washes up. That's going to allow Huffman to pull up ahead of him out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Give it to Huffman at the line. Caution out.
Jason Bridges involved in this one, it looks like. Oh, not really sure what just happened there. It looks like Grenier? No, that was Jason Bridges. Looks like Bridges just snapped around there. Not entirely sure what happened. Mikey Neal Jr. involved in the aftermath, getting loose from the checkup, it looked like. It looks like Bridges just got loose and went around extremely quickly. No chance of saving that car at all, by the way it looks there.
Well, for the week, the Cup Series is now tied for the most cautions here at New Hampshire with 2.
Indeed it is, with 10 laps to go here in the first stage. We are, in fact, tied for the most cautions of the week.
It took 101 laps for 2 cautions of the Truck Series. 2 cautions or was it 1 caution last night?
It was 1 caution. Yeah, it was 1 caution in the first stage. Then we had the stage break, and then we were green flag from there on, I believe.
Yeah, so 1 caution for 131 laps. Here, 151, and we're on the second caution. Only halfway through the first stage. Holder, Barossa, Huffman, Newbegin, Hunter, Farmer, Ellison, Grenier, Fritz, and Campbell, your top 10. 11th is Cogswell, Zimmerman, Terry, Neal, and Abbott, your top 15. Bridges and Iverson round out your field as Iverson is out of the race.
$16 cars left on track here tonight. $11 laps down for Tony Iverson as of right now. I don't remember him actually taking the green, to be honest with you. But he obviously did, because he's got about 5 laps completed.
Let's see if the lights will go out of the pace car this time.
It sounds like Holder is going to choose the outside line. First time we've seen him choose a different line here tonight. See how well this works for him. See if it works for him like it did on the inside. See if he can get a good jump, good start. The inside line's been where it's been more dominant through the corner, so a bit surprised to see him make this choice.
Well, gotta try something different. He knows he's fast. He knows the stage is going to be up pretty shortly. So why not try something and see if you can do something a little later on in the evening.
Good point.
As they're racked and stacked coming down the back straightaway. Tomorrow night, the Pro Late Ball season opener here with the Bluegrass. Don't want to miss it on Ultimate Dirt TV. We're back to dirt racing. Pace car is in the fields in the hands of the 31 as they come to the Geico restart zone. He fires off down the front straightaway.
Has the lead down in turn one. He's got it. Clears. He's going to head down the track. Cut the line from Frankie Barroso. Little bobble off the corner. Holds on to it, though. He's opening the door for Barroso to stick his nose back underneath. Side by side down into turn number 3 for the race lead. Now coming out of 4, they're dead even. We'll see if the momentum to the high side goes in Holder's favor, and it will. He's got the position still side by side, though.
Side by side. This time he clears Barroso in turn number 1. Barroso washes up a tad bit. Look at Doug Newbigin to his inside there. There is Cedric Hunter now coming back after scraping the wall the early stage of the first or second lap there. Cedric Hunter fighting on that outside. There you see the David Farmer and Alex Huffman there side by side. That's a battle for 5th, 6th on the board. Then you have the 15 of Grenier and the 1 of Scott Fritz to the inside and the 77 of Ellison there. Ellison in that 10th spot. Right now, your race leader, he's under attack again by Frankie Barroso. Barroso looks to the inside. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. But they better watch out because here comes Cedric Hunter.
Cedric Hunter right there, ready to pounce. He's on the outside of Barroso. Heavy on the back bumper of Holder. Side by side. Oh, heavy contact. Cedric Hunter up into the wall. Barroso's going to hold on to it. Both drivers able to keep going. Cedric Hunter, that's the second time he hit the wall, though. That time was very, very hard. You see him already off pace coming off of turn number 4. Look, Farmer looking to make it 3 wide off of turn 2. Does not. Here comes Doug Newbing. He finds his way back into second.
3 wide there momentarily for that 3rd spot as they exit turn number 4. Oh, the 71 gets loose. He saves it. Kind of brushes the wall there. Give it to David Farmer for that 3rd spot as we're on lap number 22. Now you see Huffman now. He washes up. Oh, he gets really close to Hunter. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. That's the battle going on for 4th and 5th. And then you got Barroso and Ryan Campbell battling side by side. But up front, your race leader is Brandon Holder and Doug Newby in 2nd and Farmer in 3rd. Oh, Ryan Campbell got really loose out turn number 4. He's going to lose his spots.
It looks like Cedric Hunter just kind of... He's got a toe link broken the right rear. It sounds like he's fighting the car quite a bit. So he checked up off turn number 4 there. When Ryan Campbell checked up, dropped all that weight on the nose of the car, caused him to get a little loose, held on to it though. Cedric Hunter still doing a good job. He's holding on right now to 6th position with a broken car. So props to him for doing that. Everybody now starting to single file out though.
2 laps to go in this stage for Brandon Holder from Mammoth Springs, Arkansas. He was your pole sitter tonight. There's Doug Newbigin. He's starting on outside pole. Goes into turn number 1. Newbigin enters right against the yellow line. Totally different line than what Brandon Holder's running. White flag is out. 1 more to go for Brandon Holder.
And these guys, knowing that the stage break is coming to an end, they're pushing for everything they've got. And I think that's what was biting Cedric Hunter there. He's going to take a pit side early, but leading the way, coming down the back straightaway, just 2 more turns to the end of the stage, Brandon Holder. Newbigging looks to the inside, but he's not quite there. Right up to the back bumper, right to the quarter. Brandon Holder will come home with the stage win, though. Doug Newbigging in second, David Farmer third, Alex Huffman, Frankie Barroso fifth, Matt Grenier, Scott Fritz, Gabriel Ellison, Ryan Campbell, and Jonathan Cogs will round out your top 10.
Up some good points going for Holder, winning stage number 1 here. Really starting the season, or not season, the playoffs off strong. Well, early strong start for him. Plenty of time. Plenty of time this race has.
Yes, it does. Brandon Holder sitting 5th and points coming into tonight. 7 points behind Alex Huffman and Cedric Hunter. Cedric Hunter not having the start to this race that he would like, already 1 lap down. Made it out of the pits in time. He'll get the lucky dog. He'll get back on the lead lap, but he's going to be at the tail end of the field. It's going to hurt his chances here in round 1 of the playoffs. Huffman coming in 4th, just extending his lead just a little bit.
As the drivers head down pit road for their first stop of the night. Mo Abbott even coming down. Here's Hunter. He's going to stay out. So is Tony Iverson. He's decided to rejoin the field. 13 laps down he is. All right, as we watch the pit stops happen. Oh, the 30 watt of Holder. He overshoots his pits. He has to back it back in there.
Not what he was wanting to do. You can see just how much longer it took his left sides to go up than Doug Newbigging right behind him. It's going to cause him to fall all the way back into what looks like 5th, coming off of pit road right behind Frankie Barroso in front of Scott Fritz. So he's going to have an uphill battle. We saw it last night in the Xfinity Series with Radburn Shutters after he fell back from, I believe it was the first stage break. He struggled to get back to the front. He made it back to a podium position for a while, but never was able to capitalize. And at the end of the race, barely making a top 5. Be interesting to see how it plays a factor for Holder. He's been faster all night long. We'll see if he can get it back to the front.
So this second stage, BJ, you say will end when?
Lap number 50.
So, 20 lap shootout for stage number 2.
Actually, if we go lights out this time, we'll go green on lap 31. Yes, it'd be a 20 lap shootout. If we go one more 19 lap shootout. All depends on when the lights go out. They should go out this time.
All right, Doug Newbigging choosing the inside to start with Farber to his outside. Huffman and Barroso on row number 2. Row number 3 be Holder and Fritz. Row number 4 be Elson and Grenier. Row number 5 be Cogswell and Neal. As they're racked and stacked, heading down the back straightaway. 2 cautions that plague the race so far. pace car. Looking to make that left-hand turn right there on the exit turn number 4. Fields in the hands of Nubian in the Geico restart zone. A good start for him. And he goes directly to the high side once he passes the start-finish line. Into turn number 1. He has about a 2-car length advantage over David Farmer. There's Barroso and Huffman side by side out turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Then it's Fritz and Holder side by side as they go into turn number 3.
It was the best restart we've seen all night long from anybody. Newbigging pulling away from the field now. The only other car that's barely been able to run the same pace as Newbigging is Holder. He sits right now in 5th, not able to make any moves forward since the restart. Side by side, though, Barroso and Huffman, that is for 3rd. We've seen the inside line more dominant throughout the race so far. Right now, Barroso doing a good job holding off on the outside.
Down to front straightaway, we complete lap number 32. On lap number 33, the 31 of Holder to the inside of Huffman. Oh, he's had to slide up, get right back in line there behind Huffman. That's going to allow Fritz to look to the inside out turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Fritz now follows directly behind him, as we're pretty much single file throughout the field. There you see Ryan Campbell and Mikey Dill Jr. They're the only 2 side by side right now. And that battle's going on for 10th and 11th on the track. A little further back in the pack, you see Cedric Hunter out there all by his lonesome. Not by his lonesome, but he's to the back now by his lonesome. How about that? Falling back. After making contact with the outside wall, collecting some heavy damage on that machine. And look at Doug Newbegin versus Farmer there. Doug Newbegin way out in front here at New Hampshire. As we're on stage number 2, coming to complete lap number 34.
And he was able to get that clean air from the pit stops. No mistakes. Get in, get out. Got the lead on the restart, and he is just gone now. Farmer running in 2nd right now. Barroso was putting heavy pressure on him, but now he's falling back. Farmer with the run off the corner. Here comes Alex Huffman now taking a look to the inside of Barroso. Side by side through turns number 3 and 4. Barroso continues to run that higher side. Gets the run from the momentum down the front straightaway. Single filed back out now.
Still side-by-side battle going with Holder and Fritz. That's the battle for 4th and 5th on the track. Fritz has it, but Holder pulls up alongside him down the back straightaway. There's Gabriel Ellison in 77, currently running in that 7th spot there. Matt Grenier in 8th. 9th is Cogswell. 10th is Ryan Campbell. These drivers... Oh, Campbell makes another mistake off of turn number 4. He saves it, but he was going to lose some ground. He falls back to 11th. Fritz and Huffman, or not Huffman, of Holder still battling side by side out of turn number 2.
While that is going on, Barroso has caught back up to Farmer. He's on his inside, side by side through turns number 3 and 4. Barroso's been running that high side, switches back to the inside. He's got the position down the front straightaway. Give it to Barroso.
As you're riding up on with Frankie Barroso there. Barroso trying to make it look easy. Now Huffman to the inside of Farmer as they head down the back straightaway. Give it to Alex Huffman for that 3rd spot. See, now it clears David Farmer. Farmer on the hip pocket of him. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. As we're on lap number 39. Take a look. There is Jason Bridges. Brought out the... I believe it was the 2nd caution.
Yes, that is correct. Running right now in 13th, Cedric Hunter, after the mishaps during coming to the closing laps of stage number 1, currently sitting in 15th. He's picked up 1 spot since we've come back to the green. Doing everything he can. Still got some damages on that number 71, though. Gotta be hoping and waiting for another caution. Just 11 laps to go here in stage number 2, though. Not looking good at the moment for him to get very many points for the playoffs here. Still a lot of racing to go once the stage comes to a close. Doug Newbigin, though, currently leading the way. He's got about a second and a half over second place of Frankie Barroso. Huffman third, Farmer fourth, Scott Fritz rounds out your top 5. A little bit of a battle going on between the 77 of Gabriel Ellison and the 31 of Brandon Holder. Holder struggling since he lost the lead under pit road, trying to make his way forward, but not working. He's actually going the wrong way right now.
He is, and he's working the outside line there. Fritz right directly in front of him as Ellison to his inside. Here is we're on lap number 42. Frankie Barroso in that 12 machine there. Started to pull away from Alex Huffman in third. Farmer in his hip pocket. There's a little bit of gap there. And then you have Fritz, Holder, and Ellison. As they come down the front straightaway, complete lap number 42. Now on lap number 43. Doug Newbigin qualified on the outside the front row. Brendan led the first lap. Brendan Holder wins the stage. He has a problem down pit road, overshoots his pits. And Doug Newbigin started on the pole for the second stage and hasn't looked back yet.
No, he has not, and he has not needed to. The last time by, he was the only car in sub 31 seconds as he turned a 30.9 the last time by. The fastest car on track still, as he continues to pull away from Frankie Barroso by nearly 0.2 of a second. He's on an absolute tear right now. Everybody right now just about single filed out. Brandon Holder, our pole sitter, sitting in 6th and under attack once again from Gabriel Ellison. He has been struggling ever since the mistake on pit road.
Ellison to the inside. He pulls up alongside him down the front straightaway. This battle side by side has been going on for a while now. Oh, the 31 looked like he almost cut the nose off of Ellison. As they head out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. 5 laps to go for Doug Newbigin.
Still side by side off of turn number 4. Brandon Holder actually got the position. Now it's Matt Grenier. A little bit of contact down the front straightaway. No harm, no foul. Grenier to the outside of Ellison, looking to make the move. Does not quite have off of the turn. Gabriel Ellison fighting back very strong on that inside line.
Taking a look up front. There's Doug Newbigin at the start-finish line. There is second place of Frankie Barroso and third of Alex Huffman. Your front is single file now. Matt Grenier and Ellison still battling side by side. Ellison trying to clear him in 1 and 2 here. But here comes Grenier, battling back on the outside, out of 2, down the back straightaway. Ryan Campbell and Jonathan Cogswell. Cogswell to the inside of him. That's the battle for 9th and 10th on the board. And right behind him is Mikey Neal Jr. He's won, I believe, 2 races this season. And Doug Newbigin. The Roasted Jim's Coffee, number 7, way out in front here in New Hampshire. As we're on lap number 48. Next time by at the stand, it'll be 2 laps to go for this stage. Doug making it look pretty easy. There's the 12 of Barroso. Huffman in the 2 machine. Oh, Huffman got loose on the exit there. 2 laps to go for stage number 2. There's Holder. He dives to the inside. Farmer to the inside of Huffman. As now you got a good race battling for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th on the board.
Yeah, very, very tight cars washing all over the place. The one of Scott Fritz got a little loose there, shot straight to the bottom, checking everybody else up. Huffman that secured his position back up there into third. Fritz now side by side with David Farmer. Give it to Farmer at the line. Fritz, though, still continuing to try to fight back on the inside. Ellison, a good charge through 1 and 2, has to check up for Farmer. Fritz going to take the position off turn 2.
Down the back straightaway for the final time. Coming out turn number 4, picking up stage number 2. Give it to Doug Newbegin. Frankie Barroso coming home in second. Huffman, Fritz, Farmer, Ellison, Holder, Grenier, Campbell, and Cogswell. Your top 10. You got Neil, Abbott, Bridges, Zimmerman, Terry, Hunter, and Iverson. Rounds out your field here at stage number 2. We go back green, it'd be under 100 laps to go. It's taking us 30, let's see here. 37 minutes to do 52 laps. With 2 cautions. Stage number 2 had no cautions.
Yeah, good run by everybody there in stage number 2, especially the driver sitting in the front right now of Doug Newbegin. If he can get a good solid pit stop, get in, get out, no mistakes, and maintain that lead position, he's sitting good right now for a race win here in round number 1 of the playoffs. Toughest luck right now would go to Cedric Hunter. Mo Abbott opts to stay out. That's a surprise to see, but Cedric Hunter nearly went a lap down to the end of that stage. A few more laps of green flag racing and he would have won a lap down, still continuing to fight the handling of that number 71 machine after getting into the wall earlier. And Brandon Holder overshoots his pit box once again here.
Whew. There's Moab. He stays out. There's Doug Newbegin first out of pit road. Huffman, Briscoe, Farmer, Fritz, Elson, Campbell, Grenier, Neal. Brandon Holder comes out in 13th. Makes you wonder. He's overshooting the pits. This is twice. Is there something going on? Maybe some mechanical failures down there, BJ?
I don't know. I mean, I suppose it's possible, but I don't know. It just seems weird to me. I can't. There goes Mo Abbott down pit road. I get what Mo Abbott did there. He waited to come down pit road till later, gives him 1 lap extra fuel. But as far as Holder, honestly, I think it's just getting in his head. You know, his first round of playoffs. He's in the playoffs. He started out really good. Had a strong qualifying run, a really fast car for stage number 1. I can't help but wonder if it's just in his head. He's getting a little bit too antsy, and he's making simple mistakes.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Doug Newbegin winning stage number 2. Lights this time should go out in the pace car. We'll see. And it does. The field will now align 2 by 2 for the final stage. 96 laps to go here in New Hampshire.
Look at you go. You do math. I'm proud of you. I probably wouldn't have gotten it.
I do coffee too.
Coffee. Get back to drinking coffee, I think.
As the pace car looking to make pull off into the inside there. Field's in the hands of Doug Newbegin as it comes down to the Geico restart zone. He fires off. He catches Huffman sleeping there in that start. Now allows Barroso to the inside. Barroso into turn number 1 there. He clears Huffman. Huffman now under attack by the 84 of David Farmer. Farmer pulls along to his inside out of turn number 2. Coming down the back straightaway. Oh, Fritz.
That could have gotten bad very quickly, but he managed just to hold on to it. Newbigging has been doing excellent on these restarts. Gets the lead, pulls away once again. Farmer squeezing it in there in front of Gabriel Ellison. He's been quick all night long, trying to get a look underneath of Alex Huffman, who started in second on that restart. See if he can't reel himself off a top 3 finish here tonight. If not, come home with a win. Side by side off of turn number 4. Scott Fritz looking to the inside of Ellison as well. Ellison's going to get the position down the front straightaway.
As they head into turn number 1, the 7 machine Doug Newbegin. Look how tight the 1 is right there.
Putting a lot of wheel into that. It's going to scrub the front tires a lot to be putting that much wheel into it. He's going to end up losing grip, and he's going to have a really hard time steering that car here soon, running it like that.
As you're watching Doug Newbegin heading into turn number 1.
Drone pilot doing a fantastic job here tonight. Alex Huffman now looking back to the inside of, that was very close, looking to the inside of Farmer. Goes down to the apron, nearly washes back up into Farmer. Farmer still at his right rear quarter, down the front straightaway though. Huffman's going to get it in turn number 1.
As they head out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. You look, this field is pretty much single file all the way through. As we're fixing the complete lap number 60. Here at New Hampshire, you're watching the Bluegrass Cup Series. That drone he's going pretty fast there.
Mad skills, bro. Mad skills. Caution flag waving on the track once again. Take a look at the instant replay. Looks like Cedric Hunter's been fighting that car all night long, and there you see it just whips around very, very quickly.
I'm surprised Brian Terry didn't give him a smacking when he went by.
That's for sure. That was some good heads-up driving by Brian Terry to get around him cleanly there. That was a little sketchy.
Well, this week's first time we hit the 3rd caution mark. And we do it here with the Cup Series. Your race leader, Doug Newbegin, Frankie Barroso in 2nd, Alex Huffman in 3rd. 4th is David Farmer and Gabriel Ellison, your top 5. There's Scott Fritz in the Ford in that number 1 machine. Doug Newbegin fakes it, but Huffman takes the bait and heads down pit road. Mo Abbott and Brian Terry down pit road. So comes Cedric Hunter. Brandon Holders made his way back up to 8th spot.
He restarted in 10th on that last restart, missing the pit box. Has really been hurting him. First time he falls back to 5th, and then under green flag, falls back to 7th, makes his way back to 6th before the end of the stage. Second stage break, finds himself mired in 10th after exiting the pits, missing his pit box for a second time. Finds his way back up into 8th now. If he can get these good restarts and have a shot at continuing to move forward, might be able to make his way back into a top 5, but he's got a heck of an uphill battle to get where he wants to be.
Definitely he does. So we're riding on with the drone. Close up to the 7. Oh, oh! I think
Turn wreck. Turn wreck.
I think the drone crashed.
Well, as good as he was doing, we now have to hire a new drone pilot. Cedric Gunner down pit road, getting some more repairs done to that ill handling number 71. Been fighting it ever since the first time he hit the wall during the first stage, it looked like.
I don't know who got the pilot license for that, but they might need to get it renewed.
Yeah, he was doing good, but I think he got carried away.
He overshot turn 1. How about that?
Yeah, I think he might have left it on autopilot or something, or just held the joystick down and went walking for a drink or something. I'm not sure what happened to him there.
See the drivers doubling up.
Front row, we've got Newbigging, Barroso. Row number 2, we've got Farmer and Ellison. Row 3, it's Fritz and Grenier. The lights are off on the pace car, getting set to go back green.
Doug Newbigin choosing that inside. Pace car makes that left-hand turn right now. The field's in the hands of Doug Newbigin as they come to the Dry Coast restart zone. He fires down the front straightaway. Into turn number 1 there, Newbigin. Russo in the hip pocket there, runs a little higher line as they exit turn number 2. Does Briscoe Broso get a run on him? No, he does not, but look at Ellison. He gets a run of Farmer as they head into turn number 3. Farmer falls back to that 4th spot, BJ. He's going to have to do something really quick in a hurry because, we're under 100 laps to go if he wants to make it up there to the lead.
Yeah, we are underneath that 100 lap mark, and right now we've got a battle going on for the lead. Barroso to the inside of Newbigging. He's got the position out of turn number 2. Newbigging backs off and lets him go down the back straightaway. That's Barroso leading for the first time this race. And at number 12, almost makes you wonder if Newbigging's not looking at how many laps there are left to go, thinking I should probably save right now, take my time. He sits right now in that 2nd position. First time he's lost the lead since he gained it. Here comes Ellison now taking a look to his outside. It's not quite there though. Ooh, a little bit of a bobble out of Ellison in 3rd. It allows Farmer to get back up to his back bumper.
As they go into turn number 1, look at the 70. Throws it in deep, tries to close in on that 12 machine, but he's going to lose ground on the exit of turn number 4. As we come to complete lap number 68. First and second kind of pull away from Ellison there. Ellison that 3rd spot. Now you have Fritz in the hip pocket of the 84 machine. And look at this, Ryan Campbell into 80. He's made his way up 8 spots, currently in that 6th position. As he just got around Matt Grenier. There's Brandon Holder behind him. And Jonathan Cogswell and Alex Huffman.
Brandon Holder, the outside line does not seem to be there right now for just about anybody. Brandon Holder has to give up the position to Matt Grenier right there, coming down the front straightaway. Doug Newbigging, though, he's back up front. He's not giving up on catching Barroso. Not giving up on catching Barroso. Continues to shoot it way down low on entry. You know, it's not really a line you would normally expect to see on asphalt. You see that lines run like that on dirt a lot. Well, drivers will shoot to the bottom, slide up the top, run that slider line, and a lot of times do it just right to allow you to get a lot of momentum coming off of the corner. It almost looks like that's what Doug Newbigging is trying to do here. Is working for him to a point. Who is that? Just got loose off of 2 and shot down the track.
That looked like the 4, I believe, of Alex Huffman. I believe that's Alex right there, and it is.
Yeah. Yep.
79 laps to go. Here in New Hampshire, you're watching the Bluegrass Cup Series.
Well,
You see the different line. Look how Doug just throws it in there, closes up on the back bumper. Oh, he gets loose. He's going to lose a lot of ground to Barroso this time. And now the battle for second at the line, given to the 77 of Gabriel Ellison. But Doug Newbigging tries the battle back on that inside. Side by side for second out, turn number 2, heading down the back straightaway.
it just goes to show how fast you can start to fall back with one simple mistake under heavy attack from Gabriel Ellison. Doug Newbigging, you almost got to wonder if he's not got to start thinking about a different line rather than that really deep entry, nearly making contact down the front straightaway. Ellison has the position at the line. Newbigging continues to do that really low entry as through turn number 2, but Ellison's got the momentum.
Ellison, he wants to win. He wants to win the first night of the playoffs, or the first race of the playoffs. You know, he wants to set himself up strong, as now he has his eye set on your race leader of the 12 of Frankie Barroso. Barroso, we're about 3-car length advantage over Ellison. Doug Newbigging in that 3rd spot. Then you have 4th of Farmer Campbell, now up to the top 5. Up 9 spots at the start of the race. So you look at there, Doug, he just seems to throw it in there, entering the turns, but he loses the ground on the exits.
He's got a very late breaking point by the looks of it. Shooting way in deep. He's kind of killing his momentum the way he's diving in deep, and then got to really slow the car down to not slide up right there, nearly sliding up into David Farmer. He's struggling now in that number 7 ever since he lost the lead. So it's definitely loose through turns 3 and 4, and he's gonna loop it off of turn 4. Ooh. You almost had to know that was coming, though. The way he's been diving in there, he has to get on the binders really hard to keep the car from... You have to get on the binder so hard to keep the car from washing up the track. That's going to drop the weight to the front end, take it all off the rear end, and force it to want to loop like ass. He's been doing a good job to hold on to it. You had to know it was coming, though, the more wore out the tires got. Now he's going to fall to the back of the field.
Well, the leaders are coming down pit road as we're under our 4th caution of the night, not including the stages. The cautions for the stages. There's Braden Holder. He won stage number 1. Doug Newbigging won stage number 2. Well, that time he made it.
He did indeed, and at this point in time, it's not really looking like where you want to be. And Mo Abbott, first off pit road, taking fuel only. That is a surprise to see. But right now, it's not looking like stage win is what you want. As Brandon Holder sits mired back, looks like right now in 11th. And Doug Newbigging with a self-spin. So you almost got to be thinking that the stage win itself is the curse.
Again tomorrow night, the Pro Late Models. Season opener for season number 2. Going to be a fantastic show.
I thought real hard about racing that.
I thought real hard knocking your head down 10 feet. No, I'm playing. You can race it.
I don't have time to. That's why I didn't in the end.
See, you know, it's a good thing there's Uber around here. Uber Eats. BJ, because that's how I get my dinners now. When we do broadcasts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it looks like I'm going to see Uber one more time now. It's going to be on Thursdays.
We have Uber Eats around here, but the problem that we run into is I live about 30 minutes outside of the Uber Eats range.
Ah.
Yeah. But
Well, I'll tell you this. I do not use... I'll look at my phone.
oh,
Do not use DoorDash, because if you get shorted some food, they do not refund you. They didn't refund me. And it was a $16 meal. So you know what I did? I went to the bank, did a stop payment on a whole entire meal. If you're not going to give me my $16 back, I'll take the whole meal for free.
alrighty then. That's a smart idea, though.
That is. That was at Wingstop. Call them and they're like, we don't have no manager, so we don't know what to do. Gotcha.
Nice.
So no longer eat at Wingstop, and I no longer use DoorDash. All right, the pace car looking to pull off. The field's in the hands of Mr. Mo Abbott as it comes to the Geico restart zone. He fires off. We're back to racing. Good start there for Mo as Frankie Barroso in that 12 machine looks to the inside, heading into turn number 1. Oh, Farmer into 77 else, and they close up. Oh, they're going to make it 3 wide. No, they don't. That got a little excitement there coming out turn number 2.
That got extremely dangerous. Mo Abbott right now with the old tires, he's more or less just a roadblock. That time he goes all the way up by the wall, allows these guys to go underneath them. Still getting a bit hairy off the corner, though, nearly with having contact between Farmer and Campbell. Everybody gets it sorted out. There goes Mo Abbott, though, right back down in front of our stage 1 winner of Brandon Holder. Just continuing to be a bit of a roadblock out there on the old tires. He's got to have something in the back of his mind. Ooh, bumper tag.
A bump in the rump.
It's a dangerous place to play bumper tag on a track like this going through a turn. Both drivers, though, no harm, no foul. Lucky for them.
But out front is Frankie Barroso. Look at Gabriel Ellison put heavy pressure on the exit turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Ellison looking pretty strong here in the final stage here at New Hampshire. As world lap number 83, your top 3. Look, Scott Fritz up to that 3rd spot. Ryan Campbell in 4th, up 10 spots to start the race. David Farmer, he started 5th. He's currently sitting in that 5th spot. And he gives a bumper to Ryan Campbell down the front straightaway. He's not afraid to use that bumper, it looks like. That 84 of David Farmer. There's the 31, your stage 1 winner, Brandon Holder. He clears Mo Abbott for 8th spot. Mo Abbott's restarted up front, has fallen back to 9th position. There's Alex Huffman in the 2. Right there in that 10th spot, Mikey Dill Jr. in 11th. Doug Newbiggin, after leading the race, running 2nd. He's currently running in 12th after that last caution. Brandon Zimmerman in the 20, currently running at 13th. Jason Bridges, Center Cutter, and Brian Terry. There's Tony Iverson. He's currently in the 17th spot, many laps down. But meanwhile, back up front, it is Frankie Barroso and Ellison. It is their race to lose and to win, as we saw it last night between two drivers. Losing it with 2 to 3 laps to go.
Yeah, that's right on the. I think it was 4 laps remaining of the race. We saw Adam Lancaster get by the race leader at the time and come home with the win. Very, very close racing in that one here. And it looks like we might have another one like that if Ellison continue to put the pressure on Barroso. Off turn number 4, however, Barroso's got the momentum and begins to pull away. Ryan Campbell sitting in 3rd right now. He's up 11 positions to find himself in 3rd, having a great run in that number 80 machine right in front of David Farmer.
Farmer in that 4th position, Fritz in 5th, Holder now up to 6th. Holder also started, not only did he win stage number 1, he was your pole sitter tonight. So your front row, one stage 1, the other one stage 2, both having mishaps. And right now, Holder fighting his way back after missing his pit stall in the first pit stop, and then on the second one he missed it again. Currently running a 6, BJ.
That's right, and right now, ever since those mistakes, we're seeing him run with the most aggression he's ran with all race long. Found himself back in, I believe it was 9th or 10th after that restart. Finds himself up in 6th right now, putting pressure on the back of Scott Fritz. Now off the back of Gabriel Ellison's car, and you see Ryan Campbell right there hot on his heels. Ellison putting pressure on Barroso, but Campbell putting pressure on Ellison. These top 4 drivers all the way back to David Farmer running very, very close lap times. The faster of the 4 the last time by, though, being Ryan Campbell in 3rd. He's having a really good late race going for the driver of that number 80.
Definitely does, as we are down to 60 laps to go here in New Hampshire. As now, look at Campbell putting Ellison under attack. He's giving him his notice. Here he is. He wants that 2nd spot going into turn number 3. Campbell to the inside, pulls alongside Ellison. Ellison, though, with momentum on the outside. Let's see what happens. Campbell pushes up a little bit. Coming down to the line. It will be Ellison in that 2nd spot there. Farmer just sitting there in that 4th. Scott Fritz in 5th. There is Brendan Holder, Matt Grenier. Alex Huffman under attack by Jonathan Cogswell to 27. Right now, Ryan Campbell sticking to the snoot to the inside. You know, a little dirt term that Jerry Van Sickle loves to use. The snoot.
Haven't heard that one in quite a while. It's nice to hear the old terms. I like to have him back in the booth sometime. He's always good fun. But Ryan Campbell now falls back in line behind Gabriel Ellison. Little bobble off of turn 2 for Ellison. Pushed that car so hard earlier. Now it looks like it's starting to become a bit of a handful. But Barroso leading the way has not really been able to pull a gap from these drivers. Every time it seems like he's going to be able to, they catch right back up to him. Ryan Campbell still continuing to put heavy pressure on Gabriel Ellison as we head back down to turn number 1. Most of the field now single filing back out.
Filing back out, your top 5 looking like this. Barroso, Ellison, Campbell, Farmer, and Holder. Your top 5. Brendan Holder's gotten around Scott Fritz for that 5th position. There is Alex Huffman battling with Mikey Dill Jr. Dill to the inside as they head out turn number 2 down the front straightaway. A little further back there is the 48 of Mo Abbott. He still continues to fall back as he's currently in that 13th position. As you look at the pit strategy there, he's on 17 lap older tires than the rest of the field.
It's quite an interesting strategy and idea from Mo Abbott to go for fuel only on that last caution. Not real sure what the idea is or game plan is there, but it's not helping him out right now as he started in first and has fallen all the way back into 13th. Side by side still for second place there. Ryan Campbell, he's pulled almost even with Gabriel Ellison as they come through turns 3 and 4. A little bit of contact. Ellison got loose. Campbell's got him at the line.
Campbell up 12 spots now into that second place. Farmer now looking for that third position, looking on the bottom of Ellison. Ellison battles back on the high side. Look at the 31 of Brendan Holder. He's trying to do the same thing. Holder trying to go for fourth there on the outside as we come into complete lap number 97.
Holder will clear Farmer for that fourth spot. He's on the move, working his way back forward. He knows laps are ticking down. Right now we've got 54 laps to go. We'll see if he can make his way up there, sitting in a comfortable position right now to do so. He's sitting in fourth. If we can get another caution, get him lined back up, do think he's going to have a real shot at coming back for the win, though. Ellison continues to fall off pace, though. Really think he put too much stress on those tires trying to get by Barroso earlier as Holder continues to close the gap between them. Campbell closing the gap now on Barroso as well. I think we'll have a battle for the lead coming up here soon.
Ryan Campbell giving it everything he has as he pulls up to the back bumper of the 12 on the exit of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Barroso a little stronger on the straightaways ahead into turn number 1. Barroso goes a little bit lower than Campbell. Campbell running that middle line. Ellison currently in third. Holder and Farmer, your top 5. A little further back is David Farmer, who ran towards the front for the majority of this race. There's Scott Fritz in the 1 and Mikey Dill Jr. as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. 50 laps to go for Frankie Barroso.
Barroso right now just staying nice and smooth, doing what he needs to do. Campbell might be faster, but he's got to not make any mistakes to get back up to the back bumper. You see him close the gap down in turn number 3. Different lines being utilized. Holder took a look to the outside of Ellison as well for that third spot. And further back, we've got Fritz keeps taking a peek to the inside of Farmer for fourth.
Look at the number 7 of Doug Newbegin looking to the inside of Mikey Dill Jr. Doug Newbegin got a little loose there. Oh, Nelly, we got one in the wall. That's David Farmer. As he looks like with some damage on the right-hand side of that car. He'll probably bring it down pit road. He hit that outside wall pretty hard. Nope, he's going to stay out. David Farmer stays out as the 12 of Barroso continues to lead. And then you have the 31 in the hip pocket of Gabriel Ellison as they come to complete lap number 103. Now we're on lap number 104.
Pit stop's got to be coming here very soon for these guys. But the top 4 all starting to spread out with the exception of the top 2 of Campbell and Barroso. Mikey Neal Jr., after that mishap with Farmer and Fritz, he finds himself in the top 5. Doing a good job here tonight. He's up 7 positions as well.
He is. As they head down the back straightaway. You see Ellison in 77. There is Brandon Holder in that 4th spot there. Try to make a late run. 46 or 47 laps to go. Here in New Hampshire, you're watching the Bluegrass Cup Series.
Laps continuing to wind down very quickly. And Barroso's lead now starting to increase. He's up to about half a second over Ryan Campbell. Everybody's spreading out. Everybody's single filing their way out. Cedric Hunter and Alex Huffman side by side for 10th.
Hunter having some early problems running up front. One of the favorites to win tonight. And after hitting the outside wall not once but twice, that kind of ended that chance. Ellison there in that 3rd spot. As you look at Ryan Campbell, he starts to close in back up on your race leader. In the hip pocket going into turn number 1. The top 2. Doing a very good job here. Holder doing a good job battling back up to the front. You see Grenier a little further back there, and Scott Fritz to his inside. Fritz trying to clear him. He does. Going into turn number 3. Here's the 27 of Cogswell. Looking to the inside, too. It will swing out wide on the exit turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Meanwhile, Frankie Barroso has led a lot of laps in this 3rd stage tonight.
Ever since the issues for the 7 of Doug Newbigging, it's been the Frankie Barroso show. Just continuing to lead the way. All he's got to do is do exactly what he's doing. Stay smooth, stay consistent. Drivers behind, like Campbell and Ellison, they might be quicker, but they're not staying quite as consistent, not staying as smooth. You'll see Campbell get caught up to Barroso, then he'll make a mistake or he'll check up to not get into Barroso, and he'll fall back and allow Barroso to get that gap on him once again. Right now, though, for 3rd, we got Mikey Neal Jr. taking a look at the back of Gabriel Ellison.
Yeah, look at Neal up 8 spots. Played it safe. Now up front. Towards the latter part of the race. 40 laps to go. Coming to 39 for Frankie Barroso as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. There's Doug Newbiggin. He's made his way up front, back up front. He's now ahead of Brandon Holder. So give it to Doug, making his way back up on the stage.
And Brandon Holder drove the absolute wheels off of that car, trying to get back up there, made his way up into 4th. Now he finds himself back once again in 6th. Didn't save his tires very well while he tried to come through the field. 2nd place driver of Ryan Campbell calls out a pit stop. He's going to be pitting here. He is down pit road. Holder, Campbell, both coming down pit road. Fritz on pit road as well.
As Barroso and Ellison. Look at Ellison now getting passed or almost passed by Neal. Neal to the inside. Now turn number 2 down the back straightaway. While these two battle, that's going to allow the 7 of Doug Newbiggin to close up. As Doug, he digs it deep there. Pulls up to the back bumper of Neal as they exit turn number 4. Holder and Campbell still down pit road. Matt Grenier down pit road now. Look at the different lines. 3 different lines there between those 3 drivers. Mikey Dill Jr. in that 3rd spot. Try to go for 2nd. Ellison makes a little mistake that allows Dill to close. He gets around him. Now look at the 7 of Doug Newbegin. He gets around Ellison. Ellison now coming down pit road to make his final stop of the night. David Farmer there. He's a lap down car as Newbegin gets around him. This is caution on the racetrack for Cedric Hunter, his 2nd caution of the night. Your 5th caution of the night, his 2nd caution of the night. Misses the pit road, or gets a little hot and heavy and come down pit road.
Very surprised to see the caution come out on that one. Very nearly missing pit road, getting heavy on the binder, sliding back up to the track, and getting it turned back down. I guess when he turned back down towards pit road, iRacing read that he had enough of an angle on that car and was moving slow enough for the caution to come out, but very, very surprised to see it come out for that. Very, very strange caution on that one right there. Top 5 right now while we're under caution. Barroso, Neal, Newbegin, Coxwell, and Huffman. Everybody going to bring it down pit road now that has not pitted. It should be all the way back to the 84 of David Farmer. Come down pit road. As long as Newbegin can get a good stop, he sits in a good position to be able to take the lead back when we come back to green. Cedric Hunter right now, though, he opts to stay out. Did not stop in his pit stall when he came down pit road for that yellow flag. The moment he decides to stay out, and currently sitting as our race leader.
All right. Well, 3 nights of racing here, and EJ, I think my voice is starting to go.
It's not surprising.
I got one more night. Tomorrow
Yeah.
night, the Pro Late Model season opener with the Bluegrass open setup. Check out what's going on with the Pro Late Model Dirt Tour on the Bluegrass Facebook page or Discord.
There's still plenty of spots in that series. If you want to sign up and get in on that series, make sure to hit up Bluegrass on Facebook, send them a message, ask what you got to do to get in, join the Discord, whatever you got to do. Make sure you get over there, make sure you get signed up. $25 charter fee to get in for the season championship. The series you are not gonna want to miss.
All right, let's go out the pace car. We're on Rackham and Stackway. It's a big event, September 23rd and 24th. Watch it live on Dirt Vision. Lights are out. Mikey Dill Jr. and Frankie Barroso on the front row. Green flag is back out. Good start there for Frankie Barroso. Neal, and look at Huffman in the third spot there. And look at Cogswell. Cogswell putting some good pressure on him as they exit turn number 2 down the back straightaway.
Jonathan Cogswell kind of out of nowhere here, late race. 32 laps to go, 31 when we hit the stripe right here. Fighting for that third position. Currently the furthest forward for the Lucky Ducks, if I'm not mistaken, in that number 20 machine. 27 machine. Him and Brandon Zimmerman both find themselves within the top 5. Just out of absolutely nowhere, they pitted right before the caution came out, managed to stay on the lead lap.
Doug Dubigan, he's back in that 7th spot there. And look at Cedric Hunter on the Lucky Ducks. Wasn't so lucky early on in the race, but tried to turn his luck around. As right now in that 8th spot, holder now back to 9th. But look at Mikey Dill Jr. He wants to go for 3 wins on the season. Currently running in that 2nd spot there with 30 laps to go, coming to 29. Russo, Neal, Huffman, Cogswell, Zimmerman, your top 5 here. Zimmerman under attack a little bit by Doug Dubigan in the 7 machine. Doug gets a run off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. There's Jason Bridges. He brought out the 2nd caution of the night. He's back up there in 7th spot in contention.
2 drivers that I've got to sit here and scratch my head wondering about what happened to them. Ryan Campbell, Gabriel Ellison find themselves 13th and 14th, sitting both within the top 5 prior to that caution coming out. Campbell actually just came over the mic, allowing somebody to go with a lot of damage on his ride. Not real sure what happened to those 2 drivers to force them all the way back at the back of the field. But there you see them on screen. Campbell right now allowing Grenier to go by in the 15. That is for 14th position. You see the damage on the right front of the number 80.
Yep, that hurt him a little bit there. As Mikey Dill Jr. tries to come with his 3rd win of the season, has to chase down Frankie Barroso. 26 laps left to go here at New Hampshire with the Bluegrass Cup Series. Look at Neal. He closes up a little bit. Off the exit, Barroso just fires off the exits. So Neal going to have to think about it. Do a little correction in his head, trying to get that car to go. But Huffman still under attack by Jonathan Cogswell. Cogswell did a good job late stages of this run in that 27 machine. And look at Doug Dubigan. He just throws it in deep there. Closes up on the back bumper of the 27.
Just 24 laps to go right now. Doug Newbigging was right there for the position underneath of Cogswell. He settles back in line. The one thing to consider, anybody in the top 10 right now, any of those drivers that could come home with a win would lock themselves into the next round of the playoffs. So it's going to be an extremely important win for all of these drivers right now. Frankie Barroso fighting to hold off Mikey Neal Jr. in 2nd. Huffman fighting to hold off Cogswell. Newbigging hoping for a mistake out of both of these drivers to get the top 3 position.
There's Cedric Hunter. Jason Bridges to his outside. There's Brendan Holder in the 9th spot there. 22 laps to go for Frankie Broso, Mikey Neal Jr., and Alex Huffman. Huffman still under attack by Jonathan Cogswell. Cogswell, he's not going to leave without a fight, that's for sure, as we head into turn number 3. Pulls up to the bumper of the 4. Really close there. Oh, a little bit of contact. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Huffman clears them. They go into turn.
Go ahead. So just a little bit of roughing out of those two drivers. Very aggressive driving out of Cogswell. He wants that top 3 position very badly. Pulls right up the back corner of him once again. Ends up having to check up. Newbigin nearly gets into him. Down the front straightaway, single filed back out. Cogswell ready to pounce on Huffman, though, giving it everything he's got.
Oh, Cogswell. Oh, looked like he almost got gave Huffman a shot in the shorts there. Meanwhile, while those two battle, these two are walking away. Here would come into 19 laps to go. Cogswell thought about going high there. Thought twice about it. Fell back in line. That's a battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th on the track. A little further back, there's Hunter, Zimmerman, Ed Holder, Bridges in 9th, and Fritz in 10th. There's Mo Abbott, Gabriel Ellison, all the way back to 12th, Matt Grenier. There's Brian Terry in 14th, Ryan Campbell in 15th. There's David Farmer a lap down in 16th. Tony Iverson right there in 17th, many laps down. But meanwhile, coming out turn number 2, down the back straightaway. That number 12 machine doing a fantastic job here tonight at New Hampshire. Mikey Neal Jr., we're looking for him to make a mistake. He's just sitting there playing it patiently. As they come out turn number 2, or turn number 4 down the front straightaway. 17 laps to go.
Mikey Neal Jr. pulls right up to the back bumper down in turn number 1. He's showing that he is faster. Must have been a little bit of a tag there from Neal to Barroso. Neal just apologized to Barroso for something and did not catch it, did not see what happened there. But both of those drivers continue to pull away. We're right about a 2-car length lead between them down the front straightaway.
As they come out, turn number 2, 16 laps to go for these top 2 drivers. Huffman there has now cleared the 27, has his eyes set on Neal. Let's look at the laps. Let's see. Last time by, Huffman was quicker than Neal. Look at this coming up lap. He was slower that time, so. The top 2 walking away. Cogswell back to the rear bumper of the Ford machine. Oh! Huffman falls back to 6. And look at Doug Newbigin. He digging it there. But Cogswell out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. A dog race at the line. Give it to Doug Newbigin for that 3rd spot. Doug will clear him momentarily. He'll slide up front, but here comes the 27 back on the outside. Doug clears him out of turn number 2. Doug Newbigin back up to that 3rd spot. You know,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, if Akashi came out, he might be sitting in a pretty side.
That he definitely would right now. It is 3 Lucky Ducks drivers from 3rd to 5th, and then another Lucky Duck driver in 7th. If we do get that caution, man, we got the powerhouse team of the Lucky Ducks all grouped together right there, all within striking distance of a race win. We saw it last week. 5 out of 5 Lucky Duck drivers finishing out the top 5. And they're off to another strong run here towards the end of the race. Long way to go and not much time to do it, though, for Newbigin, Cogswell, and Hunter to try to chase down Mikey Neal Jr. and Frankie Barroso.
Up front there, you see it, the battle for the lead. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, 11 laps to go. Into turn number 1. Coming out turn number 2. These two putting on a clinic here at New Hampshire. There is your 3rd place finish. I don't know if BJ has like a milkshake or something he was sucking on. That's what it sounded like.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, I got a really bad heartburn. I was getting a Tums. I didn't realize my mic picked that up. But Barroso and Neal continuing to run away with this one. Steve, I don't know about you, but I'm seeing shades of last night coming to the closing laps to have a battle to the race win here. Just 10 laps to go. 2 drivers all by themselves way out in front.
Definitely they are, and this is almost like deja vu from last night. There is Doug Newbigin 3rd, Jonathan Cogswell 4th, Cedric Hunter in 5th, Huffman in 6th, Zimmerman in 7th. There's Bridges and there's Fritz. And Mo Abbott now in that 10th spot. Gabriel Elson and Brandon Holder battling for 11th, 12th on the field. Coming to 8 laps to go. Mikey Neal Jr. in that 2nd spot, waiting for a mistake to happen if there's going to be one. He wants to capitalize. So we're right on board.
You gotta think as we look here at the back of Frankie Barroso. Barroso's been able to run the inside line strong. He's been able to run the outside line strong. So Neal right now, he's got to weigh the options. Where has he been the strongest? And do the opposite. Try to get Frankie Barroso into a position that he's not been comfortable with all night to try to make that pass. Ooh, a little bit of a bobble out of Mikey Neal Jr. as they come past David Farmer. Into turn number 3. Neal right back to the back bumper. He's very quick on entry. Loses the momentum off the corners, though. That time he's able to keep it within about a half a car length from Barroso. Slides up to the high side, trying to take a look at the outside of Barroso through 1 and 2.
As they come out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, coming to 5 laps to go here in New Hampshire. And, you know, Barroso started to pull away a little bit for a Mikey Neal Jr. Mikey Neal, you got to wonder, did he wear those tires out a little too soon? Did he not save enough? Well, 5 laps to go. And he's losing ground, going down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, he does close up a little bit to a car length behind Frankie Barroso, but out of turn number 4, Barroso strong on the straightaways. 4 laps to go for Frankie Barroso. Doug Newbigin still in that 3rd spot. There is Jonathan Cogswell and Cedric Hunter, your top 5. Cedric Hunter bringing out 2 cautions tonight in that 71 machine. There's Huffman. Had a mistake a couple laps ago, falling back to that 6th spot. Meanwhile, look at this. Mikey Neal closes up on the back bumper with 3 laps to go.
And last night was 4 to go that we saw the lead change tonight. Oh, Mikey Neal Jr. taking a shot at him in turn number 1. Ended up having to check up, lost ground, got about 3 car lengths between the 2 drivers. Down into turn number 3, Mikey Neal Jr. closes the gap once again. Get that high entry, low exit, be able to get back to the back bumper. Could try to slingshot underneath of him. At this point in time, I think it's going to be his best bet. 2 to go here at New Hampshire.
2 to go in turns 1 and 2. Coming out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. These 2 drivers, you got to wonder, if you're Mikey Neal Jr., do you give a shot in the shorts this lap, next lap, or do you play it safe, just finish in that second spot and get some good points tonight?
If you're this close to a race win, if you can get back to the back bumper of them, I'd say give him a shot in the shorts. White flag in the air.
White flag, 1 to go for Frankie Barroso. Barroso actually started to pull away from Mikey Neal on turn number 2, down the back straightaway for the final time. He will head into turn number 3. He will enter turn number 3 in that middle line. Look at the 8. He runs a little different line, sliding on up on exit. He's going to lose more ground to Frankie Barroso. Barroso out turn number 4, picking up the win. Mikey Neal Jr. coming home in second. Third will be Doug Newbegin. Jonathan Cogswell in 4th. There is Cedric Hunter in 5th. There is Huffman in 6th. Jason Bridges in 7th. 8th, Zimmerman, Fritz, and Abbott, your top 10. What a show your top 2 put on the closing stages there.
Absolutely, they did. Barroso, in the end, able to hold off a charging Mikey Neal Jr. Doug Newbegin coming home in 3rd. Jonathan Cogswell 4th. Cedric Hunter rounding out your top 5. That's going to be Alex Huffman, Jason Bridges, Brandon Zimmerman, Scott Fritz, and Mo Abbott, your top 10.
11th tonight be Gabriel Ellison. 12th will be Matt Grenier. 13th, Brandon Holder. 14th be Ryan Campbell. 15th, Brian Terry. 16th, David Farber. 17th, Tony Iverson. That rounds out your field here for the Bluegrass Cup Series here at New Hampshire, as we'll be right back with post-race interviews. All right, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV as we get ready for your post-race interviews here. Mikey Neal Jr. already in the staging lane, or in the staging area for his interview. We're still waiting for Doug Newbegin and Frankie Barroso. All right, coming home in that second spot tonight, the bridesmaid, Mikey Neal Jr. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Well, good hard run you gave Frankie there towards the end, but it looked like that last lap, you used the car all up. It was hard for you to get backed up there to that rear bumper.
Yeah, spent the first 2 stages kind of near the back. I was kind of just hanging on back there, just hoping that I wouldn't get wrecked. And it was more of I just couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't really make any passes, and it wasn't because I wasn't. I felt like my tires were definitely a lot better. I just never got a run until that last run there, and then we finally able to get a longer run in, and that's when I finally I went from 11th to 2nd. Before we had that caution there, which was kind of unfortunate because I really wanted to run it out, see where we would have gotten, but nevertheless we were able to get up to 2nd, have a great battle there. I feel like I saved my tires really good off the start, So I think that just kind of gave me everything to go for the lead there. And I tried my hardest, but it's the first race of the playoffs. Can't take yourself out, especially you don't want to take another person out. So I did the best I could to keep it clean there, and I think we kept it pretty clean by having a great race. It was just really hard to pass. Frankie held a fantastic line the entire time. I couldn't really do much against it. So at the end of the day, I did all I could against it, and we came home second. That'll give me great points leading into the next rounds and whatever. Next race, it's a good race for me. So hopefully we can kind of keep this momentum up.
Definitely. I mean, next week, what do you think? What do you expect next week? Is that a stronger track for you, or what of your weaker links? What?
I really just know that I think the upcoming schedule really suits my ability, and if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure it's at Darlington. Love Darlington. One of my favorite tracks to go to, even though it may not be my best, it's definitely one of my favorites. And then we go to Vegas. I always loved Vegas, Bristol, love that track. So the next 3 tracks after this one, are just, I know they're going to be fun tracks for me. I know I have a lot of experience at all of them, and I think I can kind of use those all to my ability to maybe, pull out a win. And even though we didn't get the win tonight, I still have a good now cushion to not getting eliminated now. But a win gets you to the next round no matter what. You never know what's going to happen. Darlington is one of the hardest tracks to drive. One hit in the wall, that your toes knocked out and you're done for the race. So it's a lot about precision. Same thing here at New Hampshire. These cars it's a flatter track. It's really hard to get off the corners, and I think kind of saving my car at the beginning of the race really got me this far. And I plan to do that next rounds, but obviously I still want to win.
Definitely. Go ahead and thank those fine sponsors.
Oh, yeah. First off, got to thank my boy Alex Huffman, makes the beautiful car. He does a lot for me, so thank you to Alex Huffman Designs. Please go check him out. He's so awesome. I got to thank Kinder Performance Group, Butt Kicker, thank Roasted Jim's Coffee, Scott Fritz, UDTV. Can't thank y'all enough. Y'all are so amazing. So thanks to all the sponsors for letting this happen. Had a blast tonight, and let's keep going.
All right, Mikey Deal Jr. coming home in that second spot. Well, BJ's caught up with your third place finisher tonight.
That's right. I've caught up with the driver of the number 7, Doug Newbigging. Man, you started up towards the front, won stage number 2, found yourself getting loose off the corner and spinning it out, all to come back and finish in third once again. Walk us through that race a little bit, what it was like from the driver's seat.
It was, started off relatively good. Got second in the stage. Could have won it, in my opinion, if I just kind of went a little harder. I literally was the only person who ran my line the whole race. I just came up with it one night when I was entering the Truck Series a couple weeks ago, and I decided, hey, I don't like run the top here, so I'm gonna run the bottom. And tried it, and I perfected it to what it is now. And by far the fastest car, medium, long run, short run-ish, best tire saving line at everybody. But it was just I made one small mistake at the end of stage, 3-second lead. Coming to stage, win a stage 2, 3-second lead, and I almost spun out in the final lap. So, it was like I had a rocket ship. Then stage 3 final lap, whatever, you know what I mean. I didn't push hard enough, and Frankie got to my inside, and I just couldn't do anything about it because it's like I never really ran the top, and I should have been a lot more aggressive to defend it. And I definitely want to finish third if they haven't. But yeah, then I got a speeding penalty in pit row that really threw me. That last, I made it back up to third, and yeah, that speeding penalty would have killed me. I got back up to third again, but it was like they were just 4 seconds. It just sucked, man. It was. Ugh.
Yeah, that's for sure. But man, you still managed to come off with a respectable finish. You still get to be up here and talk to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're sitting good now in points. You collected quite a few points here tonight with a stage win, second place in a stage, and then coming home in third. What's your thoughts, game plans going into next week at Darlington here in the playoffs?
Well, it's pretty simple. I just know for a fact that I'm going to probably wreck at some point in that race. I'm horrible at Darlington with these cars. I tried it during the fixed week. Was it 2 weeks ago? And I literally couldn't make 5 laps. So without hitting the wall in some way. Then my whole goal was to basically win tonight. That didn't happen. But I'll tell you one thing I'm going to freaking do at Darlington now is, if people are inside of me going into turn 1 and 2, how people slide up right in 1 and 2, right? You know how they do that? They go down. I'm just gonna hold my line. Like if they're on the bottom, I'm just gonna send it middle because apparently you don't give room to cars, when they're on the bottom, I guess. Or there's a couple people that were smart, but I mean, freaking look at the wreck between I think it was David Farmer and Scott Fritz that happened there, or almost happened. I mean, it was like, that could have been avoided if one of them just gave room. And it's like, it's very obvious that if someone's on the bottom, it's going to slide up the track. I mean, I don't know how many times that's the thing. Like people would try my line. And I feel like every single time I'd see them try it, they just shoot right up the track. And it's like, you should see that and your mind should go like, maybe I should run a lane higher, when people are below me, but I don't know. I guess that's a game plan.
But hey, they didn't bring out caution though.
They didn't. No, they should. That should have been a caution. Dude, I don't know how David Farmer was able to continue. I mean, he hit the wall hard, dude. I mean, that was like, holy cow.
Yeah, really.
The worst part was we lost because when that happened, it happened in front of me and Mikey, right? And we lost like a second to the lead pack. So we were like 2 seconds behind the lead pack, 4th and 5th. And then literally in like 10 laps, me and him caught right back up to the group. It was like, I think if it came down to the end, if it went green, I never spent on pit road, I think it probably would have been me and Mikey at the end, probably battling it out or something like that with Frankie behind us, just in case if anything happened. But yeah, I mean, Frankie ran a great race, though. He was just blocking, doing what he had to do, don't let anybody pass you, and that's what I should have done, but he did a little better.
Well, in the end, you came home with third. Go ahead and thank your sponsors, shout-outs. Everybody help make it possible.
Yeah, man, Roasted Gems Coffee, 50% off. Use, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. 15%. Oh, man, I'm just, yeah. Roasted Gems Coffee, use code Lucky Ducks, one word, for 15% off. Let me tell you, best coffee in the world. They even got mugs. They got shirts. I think maybe, I know they got hats. Hats are pretty cool. And the stickers. I mean, who doesn't want stickers? jcconcepts.net. Go there for all your, if you do RC cars, all that fun jazz, go there for that. We got RS button boxes, Lucky Duck Motorsports, Simrap Market, all the boys on the team helping us out tonight. All fun, and you guys putting on Ultimate Dirt TV, right? I got that right, I think.
You sure did.
Yeah, man, I'm getting good. See that?
All righty. Congratulations again on your third place finish.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hope to. Well, I probably won't be in the booth next week, I'll tell you that much. But whatever the weeks after that, I'll be in the booth. Don't worry.
All righty. Steve?
Well, picking up the win tonight is Frankie Barroso. Frankie, congratulations on the win, sir.
Thank you, Steve.
Well, you looked really strong there, but it looked like that last lap, Mikey Neal had nothing for you.
I mean, that's more chalked up to just two competitors giving their all. I think me and Mikey were extremely close. I think it was just going to be a battle between if I made a mistake, if he'd pounce on my inside, then it would have been interesting. But it was just, at least up front, I just couldn't make a mistake, and I almost did with 5 to go. But thankfully, I didn't spin the retires too much, and thankfully I held them off.
Definitely, what a good run you had tonight. I mean, the points, valuable points you won, so you go to the second round. So what are you looking forward to? Can you ease up next week, or do you play hard the rest of the season?
No, probably just get as many playoff points as possible. Like, I am locked into the next round, but that doesn't mean that I can't go out and win next week. I'm going to try like hell to win next week. I'm going to race everyone with respect and clean, so I'm just going to try to win next week, rack up the playoff points, and better myself for the next round.
All right. Go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
Yeah, thank you. I'd like to thank Steve Tucker for the paint, Jason for running the league, and obviously you guys. Without you guys, there wouldn't be a show to put on for everyone else. So, thank you for putting your hard work in, And just thanks to everyone who makes this all possible.
Awesome. Picking up the win in round number 1 of the playoffs, Frankie Barroso. All right, BJ. This is going to conclude our broadcast tonight. We'll be back here tomorrow night with the Pro Late Models. Not New Hampshire, though. That's for sure. It'll be a dirt track. Something you don't want to miss. It'll be at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. Go to the Bluegrass Facebook page. It gives you a link where to sign up at. Until then, I'm Steve McMillan along with BJ Duvall. We're going to sign off, say good night, God bless, and we'll see you next week.